Good morning, students. Let's study of the compound nitric acid. Initially, this nitric acid was known as aqua fortis. It is the Latin name aqua fortis. The meaning of this in English is hard, strong water, not hard, strong water. As it when it was invented or accidentally or anyhow, it was seen that this acid has a strong corrosive action. Okay, it is highly corrosive in nature, that's why it was named as strong water. Later, Glauber, scientist Glauber has prepared this nitric acid with taking niter. Niter is your KNO3. Potassium nitrate is your niter and sodium nitrate is your chili saltpeter. Okay, don't confuse with the name. It is your simple strong metal nitrate, it is KNO3 and NaNO3. Okay, with these two nitrates we are going to prepare nitric acid. KNO3 is your niter and NaNO3 is your chili saltpeter. Okay, when these nitrates got reacted with concentrated sulfuric acid, you have already studied about sulfuric acid, concentrated sulfuric acid, that it is a non-volatile acid and during reaction it has a capability to displace the volatile acid. So when this concentrated sulfuric acid will react with niter or chili saltpeter reaction I have mentioned, one thing we have to remember that temperature should be less than 200 degrees centigrade. Temperature we have to maintain here till either less than 200 or 200 degrees centigrade. Sorry dear children for the noise. You know that some construction work is going in school and whenever I am starting they are also starting the hammering work. So kindly manage with it. Okay, so when sulfuric acid being a non-volatile acid is reacting with niter, that is KNO3, and chili saltpeter, that is sodium nitrate, it is producing the acid, salt and nitric acid. Okay, concentrated sulfuric acid is your non-volatile acid and HNO3 is your volatile acid. Okay, this was the laboratory method. Glauber prepared this nitric acid from niter and named it nitric acid. Prior it was aqua fortis, but after the discovery from Glauber it is named as nitric acid and later Cavendish just studied about its composition and it came out HNO3. Okay, HNO3, this is your nitric acid. In free, so if you will talk about its occurrence, so in free state it is found in nature. How? You know, you have studied about the acid rain. Nitrogen is present in atmospheric gas. This nitrogen combines with oxygen in presence when there is means high temperature is required for this reaction. Nitrogen combine with oxygen and forms nitric oxide and this can only happen during the electric discharge. जब बारिश होती है, बिजली कड़कती है and that temperature makes nitrogen to combine with oxygen and nitric oxide is formed. Further, this nitric oxide get oxidized to nitrogen dioxide and this nitrogen dioxide when get dissolved in water in presence of oxygen forms nitric acid. So this is the this nitric acid is found in free state and this is the process by which it is prepared. Later this nitric acid when reached to the earth combined with different metal and different carbonates are formed. Okay, so this is the occurrence of nitric acid and when it is asked the occurrence of nitric acid in combined state, here again you can put the both two examples niter and chili saltpeter. Okay, niter is your KNO3, it is also known as Bengal saltpeter. Bengal saltpeter or niter KNO3. Chili saltpeter, that is your sodium nitrate. Okay, this is, so in lab we can just take the same method, similar method can be used. This method, in this two reactions you can take the screenshot, I will leave the space, you just take the screenshot, this can help you as a short notes of the nitric acid. Okay, in laboratory how we can prepare? We can just go for the same method. We can take niter or chili saltpeter with concentrated sulfuric acid in a round glass. A different type of apparatus is required here. You may have seen teapot. Okay, everyone may have seen teapot. This is the teapot now. You have learned one poem in your LKG. I am a little teapot, short and stout. Like this. This is your teapot. But here, what is required is that this neck should be long. Okay. This will be known as retort. This type of glass apparatus will be known as retort. In this retort, we will take niter, that is KNO3, and concentrated sulfuric acid. From the top, we will pour both the content and we will heat this content. Okay, for heating purpose, you have to remember that temperature should be either 200 or less than 200. The reason for this is, if we will increase the temperature, instead of this sodium bisulfate and potassium bisulfate, this sodium sulfate will be formed. Okay, this sodium sulfate will be formed if temperature will be greater than 200 degrees centigrade, and it will make a hard, it is a strong sodium sulfate is a will get converted into solid crust. Okay, so a layer will be formed in the glass apparatus and it will lead us to waste our fuel. When we will heat the content, very little amount of current will heat will pass with this crust. Okay, so wastage of fuel can be we can notice. So temperature should not increase more than 200. And one more reason why temperature should be low is that you have to learn one equation of this decomposition of HNO3. When HNO3 will decompose at high temperature, it will get converted into nitrogen dioxide, water and oxygen. Okay, so two reasons why we cannot keep the temperature high. Okay, so let's prepare our nitric acid. We will keep in that retort fumes. As soon as nitric acid will be formed, it is a volatile acid, so its fumes will come up, and the one way, the long neck is there from which that nitric acid vapors will be passed. It will be collected in a round bottom flask, and before collection there will be an adjustment of tap, null, pani. We will open the tap, we will cool that vapors, and that will be collected in the other flask, and that will be our nitric acid. Okay, so here two conditions you must know. First is the condition that we are using, we are giving the maintaining the temperature less than 200. One condition, and second condition is here that all apparatus, as you can see, say that it is difficult to get a long neck flask, we can use pipes or anything else, any adjustment, but it is not possible as your HNO3 is highly corrosive. Okay, highly corrosive, so we cannot use any other metal apparatus here also. That's why we are using glass apparatus only. Okay, so in laboratory we can prepare nitric acid with this laboratory method. Okay, reaction will remain same, whatever is written on the top, and this two conditions you have to remember: why temperature is less than 200 and why glass apparatus we have used. Now come directly to the Ostwald process. This is your industrial method for preparation of nitric acid. This is prepared in 3 steps. Okay, 3 steps will be there. First step we are taking ammonia and dry air. Here you can see one give reason is coming here, that ammonia we are taking 1 volume and dry air we are taking 10 volume. Okay, 1 volume is your ammonia and 10 volume is your dry air. So here one reason will come why. So you can see, but after getting explained, you will be able to remember that this oxygen which we are taking in the form of air, when we are taking why air is in 10 volume. Air contains only 21% oxygen. So as bulk of air we are taking, not bulk of hydrogen we are getting. oxygen we are getting. We are getting little less oxygen from 10 volume. First cause. Second is that this oxygen is required. This with Ostwald process in 3 steps we are going to prepare nitric acid, and we require oxygen in all the 3 steps. So in surplus amount in the beginning only we have taken. So a first step will be done by taking ammonia 1 volume, dry air 10 volume, and this reaction will occur in presence of catalyst. So these two gases, dry air and ammonia, will be passed to a catalytic chamber. Okay, this will be your first step. In catalytic chamber, ammonia will combine with oxygen to make nitric oxide, steam and heat, as this is your exothermic reaction. So when ammonia will combine with oxygen, now condition where it will combine, in presence of catalyst. Catalyst here will be platinum. The apparatus which will be set will have platinum wires. Okay, so that platinum wire is your catalyst, and temperature we have to maintain here 700 to 800 degrees centigrade. Okay, so at 700 to 800 degrees centigrade, in presence of platinum catalyst, ammonia will combine with oxygen, nitric oxide के vapors, steam मतलब water के vapors और heat will be formed. This will be the product. This is happening in the first step. Now in the second step we need to maintain temperature only till 50 degrees centigrade. So when these gases will pass to the other chamber, that will be our oxidation chamber, the gases will be led to move from the cooling wires. Cooling wires means the spiral cooling tubes will be there, that will reduce the temperature of the gases. Okay, so in second step this nitric oxide is going to combine with oxygen to make nitrogen dioxide. Okay, in second step nitrogen dioxide will be formed. This nitrogen dioxide NO2 will be passed to our third step, to our third chamber, that will be our absorption tower. In this absorption tower, in the middle we will fill it with quartz. Quartz is a type of stone which does not have any corrosive action of acid. As HNO3 is going to get formed in that chamber, and you know that HNO3 is highly corrosive, it can damage the equipment whichever we are using. So here we are using quartz, and on quartz, quartz is, you can say, acid resistant. Okay, acid resistant. So water will be sprinkled from the top in the absorption tower. The water is coming, nitrogen dioxide, and the third step oxygen is also required here. So the reaction will just learn the reaction by heart, that HNO3 is breaking into NO2, water and O2. Now in the third step we have to do the reverse of this. NO2, O2, water will combine and HNO3 will be formed. So this is your Ostwald process. Here what you have to remember, that temperature in the first chamber we have maintained 700 to 800 degrees centigrade. Later we don't need any temperature, so no fuel is going to be used here. So we are saving our fuel here. So in the second chamber nitrogen dioxide is formed, and in the third chamber your nitric acid is formed. Here the nitric acid which is getting formed in presence of water it is getting formed, and nitric acid is completely miscible in water, highly soluble in water. So here the nitric acid which is getting formed will definitely be a dilute acid. So later, just to make it concentrated one, we can go for the process known as distillation. Via distillation we can get our pure nitric acid. Okay, pure and concentrated. Definitely pure we are getting here. Pure and concentrated nitric acid we can get via distillation, and one more there is boiling, constant boiling mixture we can prepare for it, and later we can get the concentrated nitric acid. So here with Ostwald process, in 3-step reaction is occurring. In first step, ammonia is combining with oxygen, nitric oxide, steam, heat is getting formed. In second step, nitric oxide is combining with oxygen, oxidation is occurring and nitrogen dioxide is getting formed. In third step, nitrogen dioxide in presence of oxygen is getting dissolved in water and nitric acid is getting formed. So this is the your industrial preparation of nitric acid. Now let's see its properties. So your main properties, your nitric acid is colorless. Okay, pure nitric acid is colorless, but when we will see any commercial nitric acid, we will see that it is quite yellowish in color. So reason for the yellowish of color of nitric acid is that nitric acid on heat can get decomposed into nitrogen dioxide. NO2 is brownish yellow fumes. Okay, NO2 gives brownish yellow fumes and that get dissolved in that nitric acid and we can see the nitric acid quite yellowish in color. Okay, we can remove this yellowish tinge of nitric acid. How? Either we can bubble oxygen in that nitric acid. What will happen? And nitrogen dioxide will get oxygen, will get oxidized and nitric acid will be formed. So yellowness can be removed by this process, by bubbling air. And one more process is there, that we can dilute the acid. When we will mix water in that acid, that nitrogen dioxide will get dissolved in water and again we can get a pure colorless nitric acid. So these are the two methods by which we can do so. Okay, next step is its physical properties. Pure colorless, done. It is water miscible, done. Its boiling point is 86 degrees centigrade. It forms constant boiling mixture with water at 112 degrees centigrade. Okay, corrosive, it is highly corrosive. It is very strong oxidizing agent. When we will test for the acidity of it, you know that we take litmus paper to check whether our solution is acid or base. So if it is acid, your nitric acid is definitely acid. It will turn blue litmus red, methyl orange to pink or orange in color, and on phenolphthalein, HPH is the short form of phenolphthalein. Phenolphthalein will not change its color as it is poured in acid. You know that phenolphthalein changes its color. In basic medium it shows its pink color, but in acidic medium it remains colorless. So these are the methods for preparation of nitric acid and physical properties. Later one more, let's see the chemical properties. Okay, for chemical properties, chemical properties, your acid, you know, when acid, do remember children, the acidic reaction what we are going to discuss, you have already studied in acid, bases and salts. Okay, once more I am revising it in front of you, just listen it carefully. I have not written, it is written in your book. If you need, I can give you. What reaction we are going to study is first, neutralization. When acid will react with base, salt and water will be the product. Okay, so you can write two reaction on this, HNO3 with calcium hydroxide, HNO3 with zinc hydroxide or oxide. What you will get? You will get salt, calcium nitrate and water. This is one reaction. If any acid will react with carbonate, this also I have explained you. Whenever acid will react with carbonate, definitely one product will be your carbon dioxide. In product side you can mention carbon dioxide. Later you can combine positive negative, anion cation and you can write the product. Suppose you take sodium carbonate and pour HNO3. Okay, so first product will be your carbon dioxide. NaNO3, water, carbon dioxide. This is one reaction with metal carbonate. Suppose you are going to react nitric acid with sulfides. With sulfides, this nitric acid will give you sulfur dioxide. Okay, SO2 will be formed. So just take one example, Na2SO3, sodium sulfide, reacting with HNO3, it will give you, first product is your sulfur dioxide, NaNO3, water. Okay? Salt water CO2 when it is carbonate, salt water SO2 when it is your sulfide. Okay, you have to remember that nitric acid is a very strong oxidizing agent. It never ever be used as a reducing agent. Reaction with metal. If you can remember, whenever you have studied about that when we were producing hydrogen gas, whenever the metal is combining with HCl, zinc plus HCl, zinc plus H2SO4, I hope you remember, hydrogen gas was formed, and in those reactions you may have noticed we have never used nitric acid. Means nitric acid with combining with metal does not give hydrogen gas. But exception is everywhere. Magnesium and manganese, two metal you have to remember, MgMn, magnesium, manganese. When it reacts with nitric acid, here one condition is there, that nitric acid should be very dilute, 1 to 2% only. Very dilute nitric acid combines, reacts with magnesium or manganese and produces hydrogen gas. So these are the chemical properties of nitric acid. Suppose you are to test if any acid is there, and you have to test whether this acid is nitric acid or not. Two tests you can perform. First, you will heat nitric acid. If you will get brownish yellow fumes, this reaction learn by heart. This reaction. Okay, when this will be heated, if you will take nitric acid in test tube, you will start heating it. It will get decomposed and brownish yellow fumes of nitrogen dioxide can be seen. So you can prove that it is nitric acid. One more test is there, that when you will come to your higher classes in salt analysis, if nitrate is present all the time, you have to do the ring. Confirmatory test will be brown ring test. In this test what we do, we just take a test tube. In test tube we just take salt and water and we prepare aqueous solution. We keep the test tube aside. In other test tube we just take FeSO4, ferrous sulfate, and we prepare its original, means freshly prepared ferrous sulfate solution is required. So we will not take the dilute solution. We will take directly FeSO4 and water. We will shake and we will make it dissolve. Okay, and both the solution will be mixed. Here work is not over. Now we will take the test tube in which two mixtures are present. One was your salt and water and other is your ferrous sulfate and water. Now we will pour 1 to 2 ml of concentrated H2SO4 in this test tube, and at the junction of the two solution we will get a brown ring. This only is known as brown ring test, and this is the confirmatory test for nitrate. Okay, so next, the most important thing is that we prepare aqua regia. Aqua regia, you may have heard the term. Aqua regia is an acid which has capability to dissolve the non-reacting metals. Means if you will try to dissolve this gold, silver, platinum in aqua regia, it will get dissolved in aqua regia. First you see how we can prepare it. Here I have written the reaction. HNO3 1 mole, HCl 3 mole. Here HNO3 and HCl, as you know that it can dissolve non-reacting metals. So it should be in your mind that it will be concentrated. Okay, concentrated HNO3 1 mole, concentrated HCl 3 moles. 1:3 ratio we will mix both the acids. Aqua regia is ready. Reaction is this. NOCl. Here nascent chlorine is formed in this reaction. And this nascent chlorine has capability to react with the non-reacting metals such as silver, gold, platinum, and forms its corresponding chloride which is soluble. Okay, so aqua regia, one part HNO3, 3 part HCl. Both will be concentrated. Your aqua regia is formed, and this is the product NOCl plus nascent chlorine plus water. This nascent chlorine reacts with gold and forms AuCl3 which is soluble. This nascent chlorine reacts with platinum, forms PtCl4 that is soluble. So this aqua regia has capability to make dissolve the non-reacting metals such as silver, platinum and gold. Last, the uses of nitric acid. Let me see what is given. Whenever we are studying about chemicals, the first use in the chemistry laboratory. As a chemical it is used. Nitrates formed by nitric acid can be used as fertilizers, explosive TNT. trinitrotoluene is formed, which can be which is prepared by nitric acid. It is explosive, so it should be banned for making it, but whenever it is required, it is prepared by using nitric acid. So this is one industrial use of nitric acid. Okay, so in purification of gold, in fertilizers, in preparation of aqua regia, in preparation of different nitrates, these are the uses of nitric acid. I hope something will be clear to you all about nitric acid. If you have any doubt, you can leave a question for me. I'll explain it. If you find any give reason which I have not explained, you can ask me. I'll explain it to you all, and all the best for your exams. Okay, thank you so much, children.